So in this module, we are going to discuss a little about how the current trends evolve. One of the main reasons why we started our journey was because I was doing a talk at a light festival. We were having our hydroponics shop and we had to have a talk about how light could provide value to the society. So we figured that we did a talk about how lights can grow food, how lights can actually be part of a vertical farming, and that industry can kind of move up. So I researched the industry at that point and I saw that the vertical farming industry and sector is projected to grow 24% each year until 2031. So if you look at the trends is going up. We have the trend of microgreen growers and microgreens in general that's projected to rise 14.5%. So the trend is showing that we are going in this way. We have a trend here in Denmark, and I see the trend going around many places around the world that the consumers are very focused on local products. They want to support local businesses. That's a trend that's going in that direction, that we don't want to import a lot of food. We want to produce our own food. We want to be independent from other states. We want to be independent. We don't want to be dependent on other countries. That's a huge trend going on right now. If you combine that with the trend of the weather, the weather is getting harder, there's more sun in the summer, less rain, and then when it rains a lot. So all the crops on the farmland is having a really hard time. We know many farmers that have this issue and are really considering what they should do in the future because they don't have the most optimistic point of view on this sector. So you have a trend going in that direction as well. And in general, we see that companies out in the world right now, they have to reduce their emissions. All the countries are trying to reduce as many emissions as possible. Because of that, we see that there's a tick up in vertical farming. The consumers can see that this is a local product and we would like to support local businesses. So the trend in local produced food, it's going up and it's going up a lot right now. That's the current trends that I see in the market that's interesting for you to consider if you are going into vertical farming, because this is trends that I see will be positive towards vertical farming. We also have a trend in the market that we want to reduce the amount of water that we consume. With vertical farming, we can reduce that amount by up to 95%. So besides that, we can grow the whole year round, and there's so many things that are good as a vertical farm, because in the winter time you can produce stuff for your local market that no one else are able to produce because you have a controlled environmental agriculture chamber. That's what the power of vertical farming is.